Hi, I'm Jackie Wicks. Welcome to the PEERtrainer Cheat System video instruction series. If you're new to PEERtrainer, welcome. We're so glad to have you here. We really think you'll like the story we have to tell. But first, we want to go quickly into the why behind the PEERtrainer cheat system. You know, what we've seen over the last 8 years is that a vast majority of people coming here for help and support feel really frustrated and stuck. They feel as though they know how to lose weight, but they're having a really hard time following through. You know, from our perspective, the only reason you're having a hard time losing weight is because you're confused by all the different voices out there. This confusion leads to inaction, and this is basic human nature. You know, it's not you having a lack of willpower or discipline or anything like that. This inaction is logical. It's a logical result of the confusion. Now, here's an example. You know, do you eat every 2 to 3 hours, or do you space your meals out? Is meat evil and, you know, everything that ails you, or is it really good for weight loss? You know, do you work out 5 times a week for 45 minutes, or do you do simple, short burst workouts? Or again, you know, will a gluten-free diet be the thing that finally breaks the cycle of your weight loss resistance? Or are the people who say, you know what, just reduce your calories. The calorie deficit is the way to go. And we could go on and on, but you get the idea. I'm sure you could add 10 examples yourself of the confusion that you hear. But the point here is that there's a lot of noise and a lot of confusion. And what happens for most people is it leads back to the same point of frustration. Now, one thing that you do know for certain is that certain foods make you feel good, right? For about 15 minutes. And then you find yourself back to your lasagna or mint chocolate chip ice cream or whatever that is, that food is for you. But you feel like nothing I do works. You know, what I try may work for a couple weeks, but you always go back to this place. You know, at PEERtrainer, we realized what was needed was something easy, straightforward, something you could do regardless of how much time you had or how much money you had. And this is how the cheat system was born. You know, PEERtrainer was founded 8 years ago. Since the launch, over 40 million people have come to the website. They've joined our support network. They've taken advantage of our different programs. They read our articles, and they've met the experts we work with. Now, people have come for many reasons. Your physicians, personal trainers, nutritionists have all recommended their clients to PEERtrainer. And because of our unique approach, we've been in the press a lot. What's great is just this past January, Dr. Oz recommended us in Oprah magazine. The New York Times has called us the digital descendant of Weight Watchers. U.S. News and World Report identified PEERtrainer as one of the top 3 weight loss support companies. Now, we're saying this simply to point out we've seen all sorts of people try all sorts of things in the struggle to lose weight. Over the years, we've watched things that work to a pretty clear and granular degree. We've also observed things that set people up for failure over and over. And we developed this perspective because we've taken a very broad and open approach to weight loss. There's no other weight loss company out there that takes this really broad view. You know, our secret here is that we have a mission way beyond weight loss, but we'll get to that later. We realized that in the place of frustration and this inaction and, you know, cynicism, people really needed something simple, something as simple as a list. You know, people had actually been asking us for this. We'd go on and on about the great ideas we'd learned, all the amazing people we met. We wanted to tell people everything about it. And they're like, well, that's really great, but can you just give me a list so I can do this? So that's what we did. You know, we distilled all the knowledge of what we saw work and also the knowledge of what we saw set people up for failure. And we created this list. Now, on the left side are foods you can pretty much eat as much as you want. Now, it's a bit more complicated than that, but for right now, that's the basic idea. Now, on the right side of the list are foods you need to account for. And you can account for this any way you want, into any combination that you like. This is what we mean when we say you can't fail at this. It's not a rigid system, program, or plan where you're either in compliance and you're doing really well or you failed. It's a starting point. It's actually an awesome starting point that gently helps you chip away at that feeling, that place of being stuckness, right? Instead of feeling like you cheated when you fell off track and your day or week was done, we turn this negative word cheat on its head and acknowledge that when it comes to eating, cheating is totally normal behavior. The cheat system acknowledges that all of us get caught up in these situations where stuff just happens, and the last thing we need to feel is guilt. Now, it's important to state that our mission is really big. We've seen that when people get the right guidance and their expectations are set a little higher, they're really capable of dramatic change. For example, one of our members transformed to such a degree that People magazine put her as the after picture on the cover. And this change isn't just weight. Once people get a taste of the success in the weight area, they realize that they can apply this success to other areas of their life, and they want more and they want to change. We're focusing more and more on getting people fully charged in all the areas of their life that can really make a satisfying and successful life. But all this great stuff has a starting point, a single building block. The PEERtrainer cheat system is that starting point. It's the first building block. And the things that you learn in this guide and here in the video series will stay with you forever throughout all of your experiences and journey with PEERtrainer. For those of you who have been with us since the beginning, you might have experienced this. You've seen the different experts come in, and you've seen the unique things we've focused on, and you may have said to yourself, what in the world does this have to do with weight loss? And then bit by bit, you saw where we were going with it. It's just begun, and we have a lot more to share with you. But first things first, dig into the cheat system. I want you to read it. I want you to scan it and then reread it. One thing I know is that it's easy. This doesn't mean you won't have questions and say, why is that food on the list? Or why is it on that side? And in the upcoming videos, we'll be going into that. But one tip I have is to be patient. Really give yourself some time. We'll give you plenty of opportunity to step up and challenge yourself. Trust us, we're going to push you. But if you're starting out, realize it took a long time to get to this place where you are, and it's going to take some time to reverse that. So my challenge to you is to be open and really embody what we're saying here. I want you to commit to long-term, really long-term, lasting success. Now, you're going to accomplish this by setting a really big long-term goal and then taking it one step at a time and taking plenty of deep breaths. Let's take one right now. We'll all take one together. Now, in the next few videos in this series, we're going to go deeper into the whys, why we did the cheat system the way we did, and we're going to gently help you reinforce some of this material. We want to ask you to leave a comment in the section below this video. Let us know what you think. Ask us a question. Tell us your goals, write down your challenges, and if you have something to get off your chest, go for it. It feels so great to get this stuff out and to know you're surrounded by people who are all going through the exact same thing. Oh, and I want you to keep an eye out for the next video where we'll teach you the things you must know to lose weight. So just a final housekeeping note. If you came to this page and video because a friend sent you here, just enter your email in the form on this page and you'll be emailed your own copy of the PEERtrainer cheat system. Finally, welcome. I'm so glad that you're here. Don't forget to connect with us in the comments below, and I can't wait to hear more from you.